Hi, my name is Rebecca Vu, and I chose the topic A Feminist Takes on the Science and Culture of Pregnancy. I chose this topic because I'm interested by what Angela Garbus has to say. She's an author of the book called Like Your Mother, and it was really good to listen to her share and also speak about her personal experience in becoming a mother and how she explains that breast milk is important along with microbes in our body. What interested me about this topic was how Angela was able to share and write a whole book about her personal experience and having her two children via C-section, and how she talks about microbes and how a woman's body has a vaginal microbe and the impact of those microbes when a baby is born vaginally, then those microbes will help the baby to develop also a better immune system. One interesting thing that I learned from this podcast was how Angela talks about her personal personal want and desire to have natural childbirth, but she couldn't, and how she goes on to describe having a C section as a massive abdominal surgery. It was really interesting to hear her speak about that because I myself am interested in having natural childbirth, and it was really informative for me to learn her her side of having a C-section and also being prepared for that too. Um, and she also described the placenta as an organ almost, and how it's a one-time use. And I felt that that was interesting because when I think about pregnancy, I don't really think about the placenta. I don't think a lot of people think about the placenta and how important it has a role in developing a life in pregnancy and also in giving birth. And so it was a lot that was really informative. One question that I still have after listening to this podcast was, what happens if the mother's body is unable to produce breast milk? The podcast didn't really have much about that, so it didn't really answer my question or address it because she doesn't speak about that. Um, she speaks more about the importance of how breast milk has microbes, and when um, the baby drinks breast milk, the breast milk will have microbes that will also change according to the baby's need to help them develop a better intestinal and digestive system. So that was really good, but I had this question and I looked it up online and I was able to find it from a source that was reputable from the Australian Breastfeeding Association online. They had a podcast episode that I listened to where a lactation consultant and a breastfeeding counselor, their names are Belinda and Naomi, and they spoke about breastfeeding as well. I learned a lot more about this and also had my question answered. They also spoke about the placenta, which really goes to show how important the placenta plays, how important of a role a placenta plays in birth and pregnancy. Because when the placenta is delivered, it signals to the body to produce milk. And so that's what really helps the milk production to start in the body, as well as also having skin to skin contact with the body. Oh, sorry. Having the mother have skin to skin contact with the baby. With that, it helps regulate hormones, and it makes the body also responsive for the body to become aware that the baby is also looking for milk. Um, how the information presented in the podcast is going to be helpful to me in my future career is that I hope to become a teacher one day. And so I am excited that I can take what I'm learning right now and the knowledge that I've gained from learning and listening to both of the podcasts, is that one day I'll be able to share this with my students as well. And not only just that, but also it's going to help me prepare and um, understand better what my body personally could possibly experience during that transition and becoming a mother myself. So, yes.